It's kind of dark in here.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There's like a black speck in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It feels hollow, empty.
Yes. Yes, continue.
It feels like a trap.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't see anybody else, but the door closed behind me.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And this place where you are, is it a large space or a small space?
It's kind of in between. It's not very much taller than the door, and it's not a whole lot wider than the door.
Very good. And as you're trapped in this place, what do you look like?
I have kind of different shaped hands. They're not really...
What do your hands look like?
They're kind of furry feeling.
Yes.
My feet are big and kind of clunky.
Mm-hmm. What does your body look like?
I feel like I'm a Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm confused to be in this space.
Yes. What else is in this space with you?
There might be a bench to my left.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some light above in the ceiling, but it's like dusky, dark light, not daylight.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more steps to the right that go somewhere else.
Tell me more.
If I go down there, I won't fit in there.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do next?
I slide down there anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And if I keep going, I'll end up where that smallest door is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me everything.
That's my coffin. They buried me.
They buried you. Who buried you, if you knew?
It's like they found me and people buried me.
Yes.
But it feels like a good thing, not a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I don't know how I got hurt to get buried.
So up until this moment, what's been the most difficult part about all of this?
The confusion.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to me.
All right. So listen carefully. I'm going to count from 3 back to 1. When I get to number 1, you'll be in the moment when all of this begins, but this time you're going to experience everything. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin?
It starts when I landed in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of being chased, but I can't tell what's chasing me.
Yes. So I want you to stop here for a moment, and you say when you landed in the forest.
It feels like I jumped out of a tree and I clunked to the ground.
Okay.
There's a heavy thud.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then what?
The heavy thud.
Yes.
And then I'm trying to help others.
Who were the others you're trying to help?
They're little ones of me.
Mm-hmm.
Little Sasquatch.
Yes. Is this your family?
It's our clan.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And who are you helping them from?
There's other ones like me that aren't very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And so I protect my clan from the other clan.
Okay. So do you feel male or female?
I feel male.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And how old does your body feel?
It's adult, but not aged.
Okay. Yes, continue.
And it's sending the little ones further into the forest.
Yes.
And then I know that they're safe, and so I turn to the others that are behind me. I ask them why they're doing this.
Yes.
But they are different. They don't communicate like we do, so they don't understand me.
How is it that you communicate?
It's gestures, facial expressions,
Yes.
opening arms and opening the body,
Yes.
and they're closed. They're smaller, but they're angry.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
They tackle me.
How many are there?
It feels like 4 or 6.
Mm-hmm. And what
Yeah.
happens after they tackle you?
They just kill me. They wanted the rest of my family, but they can't find them, so they'll take me.
Yes. So what happens to your body?
The others come out for me later.
And where is your soul when all of this is happening?
It's with the clan, the little clan of my family, my
Yes.
friends.
Yes.
It shows them where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next?
They're the ones that put me in the box.
They put you in the box. And where is this box located?
It's in the woods next to a rocky edge.
Yes.
So they put rocks on it so nobody will come and find it.
So, as you are there watching all of this, what happens to your soul?
It finds the light.
Mm-hmm.
It feels brighter up in there.
All right. So before you go to the light, I'm going to ask you to do something. Talk to all of those, and this time you'll be able to communicate very clearly to those who are coming after your clan, your family, and yourself. And you'll be able to tell them exactly what you need to tell them, what you weren't able to express before. What do you say to them?
That we're all the same. We're in the same situation. You don't need to attack. We need to work together.
Yes, and you can explain to them that by killing you, what happened to your family?
You took the strength away from my family, their protection and their guidance. They're not as knowledgeable as the adults, as you well know.
Yes. And you can explain to them that they took your power by killing you.
You just came in like bullies, and you took me out just because you could. You saw that I had no other defenses. I had no weapons. I wasn't even attempting to protect myself in the way that you were attempting to harm me. It was an unfair battle.
And you demand that they give you back the power they stole from you.
I demand you give me back my power.
Now.
Now.
Take it. Open your arms and receive that power.
It was never yours, and you can't use it anyway because you don't know what to do with it. So give it back to me. It's mine.
Take it back.
It's mine. It's mine.
Yes.
It's mine.
Take all your power.
It's all mine. It's all mine.
And now that you have all your power back, speak to your clansmen, the little ones. Talk to all of those. What do you say to them? You left them.
You have all my knowledge. I've given it to you. You'll find it along the way in the least expected places.
Yes.
I am with each and every one of you. I am not leaving you ever. This knowledge is our ancestry. It's our history. It's not going to be lost.
Mm-hmm.
You carry it with you. Look for the spark.
Very good. And so now go ahead and take this soul into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. With the end of that experience, it no longer affects you. And I'm going to move this a little bit so I can hear you better. That's it. And I want you to notice now, if that is the same soul as the soul that is speaking, or is it separate?
It feels separate.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to ask that soul what it was that attracted it to you.
My knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I wanted my knowledge
Yes.
to share because it didn't have the link somehow.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. So I'd like for you to go ahead and clear yourself from all of the energy of this soul. Do a scan of your body and clear all of the energy. And tell me when that is complete.
I'm out.
Very good. Very good. So go ahead and close that portal. Sending that soul into the light. At peace now. And we will surround those rocks with beautiful little flowers. Acknowledging that death. Acknowledging that soul, completing that mission and that lifetime to teach those little ones their knowledge. Notice how that feels.
It feels good.
Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3 now. When I get to number 3, you will go to the next thing in which your soul needs to heal. 1, 2, and 3. Are you indoors or outdoors?
I'm indoors.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone or with others?
Right now I think I'm alone.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there?
In my 20s.
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
I'm looking out a portal.
Mm-hmm.
Like a vessel portal.
Yes. Are you in the vessel?
I'm in the vessel and I'm disconnected from anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me more.
I'm lost in space kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I ventured out when I shouldn't have.
Yes. I notice what you look like there.
I'm kind of a silvery blue color. Kind of tall and lanky. Just 3 fingers. I can't really see my feet though.
The silvery blue, is this your skin or is this something you're wearing?
Feels like my skin.
Do you have a gender?
It feels male.
Do you feel young or old there?
I feel young.
Yes.
I feel in this place I'm lacking the knowledge to prevent whatever's happening.
Yes. So take a moment and center yourself there and allow yourself to just know what has happened.
The tether broke, and I don't have a means to surface, but I don't feel like it's water. I just don't have a means to go back to where I came from.
And this tether that broke, what is it? What was it connected to?
Like an expedition ship. And it's up, I can see it up there looking for me,
Yes.
but they don't know how to find me.
So what type of ship are you on, if that was the expedition ship?
It feels like a submarine shape, but it's more, a little more round, I guess. Not as long.
Yes. Yes.
Like a bell, more like a bell.
Like a bell, yes.
There's a flat bottom to it and a rounded top. And the one portal that I'm looking out of.
Yes. Describe that portal.
It's got round glass and metal edges. And it's just dark out there. I don't see any light. I don't really have any controls in front of me.
How is it that you guide that ship? Maneuver it?
I'm supposed to use my mind.
And what's happened?
This is my first day out without a chaperone.
Yes.
And I've forgotten everything in the panic of it all.
Yes.
So I just need to relax.
Yes, continue. Advance a little bit more. What happens next?
There's a panel in front of me that has lights and levers, and I just need to use the right combination to turn around and send it back up.
Yes.
And now as it turns around, it feels like I'm going up, and I see the ship I detached from, and they're all looking for me.
Yes.
And now I just go, there's a space in the bottom that I can attach up to.
Yes.
So I'm back.
So up until this moment, what's been the most difficult part of all of this?
That I forgot. I was so excited to go on my own. I was convinced I could do it, and then I forgot. I freeze, literally. It's, how did I get here and how do I get out of this? And so then I have to go back to the center.
What is your emotional reaction when you freeze?
panic, because the panic just, it stops everything. It stops all forward motion.
So think about this and how all of this affects you now in the life as Tracy.
Try to do something physical when it's not physical that gets me out.
Mm-hmm. And when you do something physical, what does it keep you from doing in the life as Tracy?
Getting to the mothership of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's like it puts me out there by myself when I'm connected to the mothership, and if I didn't need to go back there.
Mm-hmm.
I could have done everything and continued in my ship.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So listen carefully. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will go to the next important scene in that same lifetime. You may be going backwards or forwards. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I'm commander of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Are you older here?
Yeah. I'm probably in my, 60s or 70s.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Now I'm seeing a little ship down below.
Yes.
And what I didn't know when I was little is that the commander was sending information to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of the process of sending the newbies out by themselves is for them to open to the connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the rope, the tether. It's not about the physical attachment.
Yes. So now that you see that you have done the same thing, was this breaking of the tether on purpose?
Yeah, I think it gets let go from up top.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the panic when I was younger is that I did something inappropriately.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell you that part.
Yes. Yes, continue. Tell me more.
And so now it's just about the intuition of the younger ones. It's almost like it has a switch.
Mm-hmm.
And this activity activates that switch.
Yes.
It's part of the growing process.
Mm-hmm. So now that you have grown and are commander of this ship, what are your responsibilities?
The knowledge. I mean, it's kind of like a hall of records in some regard.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it moves. It doesn't stay in one place.
Where does it move to?
It's like points. If you look at a sphere and you've got geometry within the sphere and where the lines connect, this ship moves to different points where lines intersect. And then it sends knowledge to the lines.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the little points are like new ships of knowledge.
Yes. Are you able to follow that knowledge and see where it goes?
It just keeps rebirthing new knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, more. I don't know if new is the appropriate word.
Yes.
It expanding.
Yes. So what type of knowledge do you send down those lines? Do you have a specialty?
The knowledge of connection.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
Or oneness with source.
Mm-hmm.
And that every spot within the geometric connection has the same access to the knowledge of any other spot. All the knowledge is not kept in one single place. It's scattered around for others to find at any given moment.
Yes.
So the ship that I'm commanding is planting seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's truly a mother ship of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And as these seeds grow, they just expand the geometric configuration more and more and more.
Yes. So tell me more about your life.
The life has moments of solitude and moments of camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to do better work in solitude. I think it's better. It's probably just different.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I like to see the parts of my creation.
Mm-hmm. How large is your ship?
It's probably the size of the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Is it a physical ship?
It can be, but it's more spherical, like a lenticular cloud,
Mm-hmm.
spinning.
Yes.
It's always spinning.
Yes.
It's the motion that generates the information.
Okay. So I'm going to count to number 3. When I get to number 3, you'll advance in that same lifetime. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening now?
It's time to say goodbye. To pass the reins to someone else.
Yes. How old are you there? Do you have an
Oh.
age?
Hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds.
How is it that you say goodbye and pass the reins to someone else?
There's one of the little ships that I connected with way back when becomes the replacement for me, just like I was the replacement
Yes.
when I let loose.
Mm-hmm.
And then because that little piece has gone to more places than the others,
Yes.
kind of like an Easter egg hunt, and they've gathered enough information and knowledge to grow the knowledge.
Mm-hmm. So this replacement of yours, do you have some sort of a ceremony to make them the commander?
It's just like stepping off the stage and the next one comes on and
Okay.
everybody kind of cheers. And
All right. So tell me what you do as you step off the stage.
I get to relax.
Mm-hmm.
No responsibilities. I can stay in the form, or I can depart.
So what do you do?
I kind of like to watch, so I stick around.
All right, very good. So I'd like to ask you if your soul is the same soul that is speaking today through Tracy.
Yes.
So would you be willing to answer some questions for me?
Yes.
Very good. She sees herself in the galactics. She's questioning her family, her mission. What message does she need to know today?
She's the commander. She was in that little ship, and she's the commander. And she saw the passing of the baton a few years ago when she came to the auditorium, and she stepped up on stage and saw everybody sitting in the auditorium. And she was given her new mission. She just didn't know at that time all about it.
Yes.
So she was wearing the same colored dress as what she saw on her body in the little ship.
Yes.
And she is now the commander and is the knowledge producer.
So in this life as a human, why did she come to this lifetime? What is it that she needs to do here?
First of all, she wanted to experience the physical form. Where we are, it's it's a different feeling in the form. She wanted to play more.
Yes.
It's kind of serious being the commander.
Yes.
We have moments, but she just wanted to play more.
Okay.
She can tap into the knowledge anytime that she wants to.
Yes.
When she sees the seeds, she needs to pick them up.
Okay. So let's start with what you just said, that she wanted to see the physical form. Take a moment now and just describe your form a little bit more in depth.
My form is tall, slender. That's why she would dress in the silver suit for her travels, because it most resembled what she is familiar with.
We're talking about her astral travels.
Her astral travels, and when she traveled with the crystal, she would suit up, as they say.
Yes.
And she would travel to the places where she planted the seeds. And the crystal told everybody kind of who she was. Kind of like ringing the doorbell.
Yes.
Surprise, I'm here.
Tell me more about your physical form.
Then we're silver.
Silver.
3 fingers. The feet some have 2, some have 3 extensions. The head is smallish in comparison to the rest of the body.
What shape is it?
It's rounded. So in some regards it resembles the head of a dragonfly.
Yes.
But it doesn't, we don't have wings like that.
And are your eyes big or small?
No, they're not overly big, they're smaller.
Is there a mouth or nose?
There's a mouth, no nose. The mouth is kind of rounded.
Yeah.
There might be a bit of a chin as it goes down to the rest of the body.
And how is it that this body is sustained? Do you eat? Do you drink?
It's the ether. There's no energetic intake. Physical intake. There's energetic intake. That
Okay.
we're able to sustain in multiple environments. We can adapt through the skin, whatever we happen to be into.
Okay. Tell me more.
We're a small collective of beings, but we have quite an extended life. And as we reproduce beings, that's where the knowledge gets shared.
Okay. So we talked about the seeds of knowledge, that you need to go out there and get the seeds. Tell me about that.
They're everywhere. If you consider a fruit tree, there's stuff on the ground, there's stuff hanging in the tree. She just has to go into the meditation and see the tree and pick the fruit, the seeds. And she can journal the information she gets or contemplate in meditation.
So when she is working with a client and they give her the information, is she accessing those seeds of knowledge about their particular life? How does that work?
So when she starts, she sees a black speck and she interprets that inappropriately sometimes.
Okay.
That is the seed.
Okay.
That's the seed. And she just needs to look at the seed and see it radiate like ripples in a pond. And the information will present itself.
Is she the only one that can access these seeds of knowledge?
They're there for others. It takes awareness.
So how would someone learn to access this information?
Become familiar with the exterior of the body, the expansion outward from the body, as the knowledge is in the sphere around the body, and so are the seeds. And once you're in the sphere, seeds will appear. Similar to the geometric sphere we mentioned. If you take the ship out of the sphere, all the seeds are in the sphere. Put yourself in the sphere and grab a seed.
Very good. So what is Tracy meant to do as she walks through life as a human with all of this knowledge?
Pick up the seeds. Put them in the pocket. And assimilate into the body. The knowledge grows internally. So you asked how we eat. You could imagine that our body has a pouch in some particular place, nothing specific. And if she pictures her original body, put the seeds in the pouch, she brings that back into her physical body, and the knowledge grows from the inside out.
Very good. So let's use some of those seeds of knowledge to find out about a statement that came to her. The statement is, I am an ascended master from the 7th dimension, a galactic ambassador.
She's from all dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
That message that day was to show the others who she is.
Mm-hmm.
She had form, she had color, she had texture. And she has that knowledge in her being. But she's a bit shy about it.
Mm-hmm. What is she meant to do with that knowledge, with that information?
It's going to grow, and as her business is the portal, she can expand the portal. And the portal is the energetic ripple that goes into the community and beyond.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and see that portal now. And notice how limited it is. Notice what's keeping it from expanding. What has been put around this portal to keep it from expanding? It could be emotions. It could be limitations.
It's a physical structure that was put around the light.
Mm-hmm.
She knows when it happened, and she knows the being that did it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trapped into thinking that light comes from a tube.
Mm-hmm.
And so all she has to do is push the edges out.
All right. So let's begin now in the mental regions of this portal. Because this portal is almost like a live thing too.
Mm.
So go ahead and begin to expand this. Where do you feel resistance?
The others that it pushes up against.
All right. So we're going to take back this power. I'd like for you to see all of those that it's pushing against. How many are there?
It's like a cloud of dust around a circle.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yes.
an auditorium full of onlookers.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want you to imagine that all of these onlookers are all affecting the portal, affecting you. All of them are connected. And imagine these specks of dust all being light, little specks of light. No matter if it's a dark light, it's still dark. It's still a light. And you're going to address all of them. And you're going to speak out loud. I disconnect my light from you.
I disconnect my light from you. You have your own, but you've covered it up like Pigpen.
Mm-hmm.
Drop the charade, drop the cloud, and let your light shine.
Mm-hmm.
You have no right to interfere with any of your friends or anyone around you. Let your light shine and be your own portal.
And see what happens.
So it's like liquid light just now pushes through this crowd of people.
Mm-hmm. And while this liquid light is pushing through this crowd of people, you're going to address them and say, disconnect your light from me now.
Disconnect your light from me now.
And notice what happens.
Oh, they all explode out like fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone left? Any lights that are still persistent?
There's one underneath my feet.
Mm-hmm.
There's that black blob
All right.
under my feet.
All right.
It's acting as an anchor.
Uh-huh. So I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, allow this dark blob to speak through you. I want to address it. 1, 2, and 3. You there under her feet, are you male or female?
I am male.
What is your name, please?
Tank.
Tank. Why are you there with her?
I'm her anchor.
Her anchor. Has she asked for you?
No, I just told her that I was here and all she needed to do was connect to me to
Okay.
be grounded.
Tank, where do you come from? Have you had a physical body before?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. So why are you there with her?
I like to keep her grounded.
Mm-hmm. And by keeping her grounded, how does that affect her?
It's like a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
I can attach her when I want to.
Okay. Let me speak now with Tracy. Switch. Tracy, you notice Tank down there.
I do.
Did you ask for him?
I did not.
Okay. So you have to understand that we have a free will planet. And that although Tank feels that Tank is doing a good job by grounding you, this is not something that you required. It's not something you requested. So, lovingly, talk to Tank.
When you connect to me, I can't move. I can see you as a steel girder underneath me. And when you pull me in under the guise of grounding me, I can't move. I can ground myself to Mother without you.
Mm-hmm. Switch. Tank. I want you to tell me what you feel when she tells you those words.
I am her mother.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
I come from the center of the earth. I am metal. I am strong.
Mm-hmm.
I keep her in balance. I keep her in check.
Tank, who really are you? I want you to drop the stories.
I am Voltar.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Why are you with Tracy?
To give me something to do.
Mm-hmm. Why are you bored?
I'm kind of stuck here, so why not?
Mm-hmm. Why is it that you're stuck here, Voltar? What happened to you?
I got projected into this planet and I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm. Who projected you there?
It was a blast of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. But I landed in the planet.
How long ago was that, Voltar?
I've been here a couple 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Where are your people?
They left me.
Mm-hmm. Why did they leave you?
They thought I was trouble.
Okay. Are you trouble, Voltaire?
I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Exploratory.
Yes.
Disregard for others.
Mm-hmm. So, Voltaire, I know that all beings come from the light. When they ejected you, why didn't you go to the light? Why did you stay here?
I didn't see any light.
Would you like me to assist you?
Yes, please.
All right. Voltaire, look within your heart. And within your heart, you're going to see a speck of light. It may be really small, but it's there. This is the light that created you as a soul. Tell me when you see that light.
I see that light under my feet, and that's the light I was blocking from her.
Mm-hmm. So take a moment now and just focus on that light and amplify it. And notice where you feel that light.
It's like it's melting me back into the molten metal core that I should have always been.
Yes. Amplify it even bigger, Voltaire.
Okay.
And you're going to now follow that light back to the source of the light. Tell me what happens when you follow the source of the light.
The light becomes purple.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no longer underneath me, it's above me.
So each color has significance. What does the purple signify?
Home.
Mm-hmm. Go towards that light. And while you feel home getting closer, what do you say to Tracy?
Thanks for hosting me. Sorry for any trouble I've caused.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead, Voltaire, and remove any of your energy. Release it. Take it with you. And tell me when you get home.
I'm gone.
Very good. May the light of the universe always accompany you, Voltaire. Thank you. And Tracy, close that portal down. And you're going to focus now on that space where Voltaire was. And we need to fill that space with something that will help you, assist you, make you feel good. You may choose to fill it with beautiful flowers or light. What would you like to fill that space with now?
Let's fill that with some golden light.
Beautiful. I'm going to sound a tuning fork, and I want you to send that light to that space. Breathe it in. And feel that golden light filling that space, radiating out like roots of a tree. That's it. Making you feel lighter and lighter. And now let's do a scan of this body and see how this body is radiating now.
It's like there's a fist beside my neck on the right side.
All right, very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I want you to amplify that, focus on that fist. 1, 2, and 3. What's there? Where are you?
I think I'm getting hit in the head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing it coming, but it's stopped.
Yes. Notice your body there. Is it male or female?
Male.
Mm-hmm. How old is that body?
Feels like a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Continue.
I'm in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened to me right before the punch landed. And it's still hanging there.
Mm-hmm. So notice what is there between the fist and your body. What is keeping it from hitting you?
It was like a shield.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What shield is this that you have around you? Yes, describe it for me.
It's like a cylinder on my whole body.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But it doesn't go to my legs. I can still walk.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I'm not able to. I can't hit back.
Mm-hmm. Are you contained within this shield?
I am.
Yes.
But I don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get out. Maybe the fist is trying to help me get out.
So I'm going to count from 3 backwards. When I get to number 1, you'll be before you had this shield. And this time you'll experience everything with detail, with feelings. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening?
I'm in a ditch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm stuck.
Is it the same body?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
And they're trying to break me out of this.
Who's trying to break you out?
It's a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm trapped in a sewer line or something.
Mm-hmm. And what is around you? What do you see around you?
Dirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to break open an air hole for me.
Mm-hmm. Who do you imagine is trying to break it open?
Like paramedics or something.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can't get out.
Yes. So what happens next?
I suffocate.
Mm-hmm. And what happens to your soul?
It's still hanging out in the tube.
Mm-hmm. I want you to go ahead and talk to all of those who are trying to get you out. What do you say to all of them?
Thank you for helping me.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a stupid thing I did. I don't know what I did, but I don't know how I got in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I did anything to put me here. So thank you for trying to get me out.
Yes. So I want you to go ahead and take that soul into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And now that the experience is over, breathe in the light. And I'm going to give you a tissue, and you're going to cough out that dirt once and for all of it. Just cough it out. Vomit it out. Get it out. No longer needing to remove it, it's gone. And now you're going to put something in that throat to no longer feel this, no longer need to get that dirt out, no longer to make liquid and phlegm in your mouth. What would you like to put in there now?
Liquid blue light.
Beautiful. I'm going to sound a tuning fork, and I want you to go ahead and clear that and heal it. No more phlegm. No more dirt.
No more.
It's gone.
Fluid movement.
And now that it's moving, I want you to see that life from a different perspective. What was the purpose of having gone through that experience? What was the lesson in it?
Let others help you.
Yes.
It's okay to be dependent on others.
So how is that now being needed in the life of Tracy?
She doesn't have to do it all on her own. She can ask for help. She can be open to receive help. It doesn't have to be, physical body standing next to her. It can be emotional support or mental support or spiritual support. Reach out.
Yes. So now that your soul is at peace, I want you to notice if there is still a fist there.
The fist is gone, but it feels like there's an umbrella over my head.
Okay. So I'm going to count to 3. Disconnect from that lifetime. And I want you to focus on what that umbrella is. 1, 2, 3. What is that umbrella?
It was protection from the light for a while.
Who put that there?
It might have been tied to the tank dude. To contain more.
Yes.
Because if there's an anchor, then there's a boat. So, had to have a canopy.
Yes. So what is that umbrella made out of?
Plastic. Cheap plastic.
Cheap plastic. So if it's made out of cheap plastic, what are you going to use in order to remove that umbrella?
I just smash it.
All right, so go ahead and find a tool to go ahead and smash it.
A couple rocks here.
And once you smash it, you can always burn away the plastic.
I'll put it in a pile and set it on fire.
All right, so go ahead and let's use some light here to burn it up. And just blow it away. There you go. There you go. And as you're doing that, go ahead and scan your body once again. Notice how that body is feeling.
The body feels good.
Very good. So this time we're going to go to the origin of the fear of the water. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you will go to the origin of where this all began. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
Oh, it feels like I'm in a cage. There's looks like a candelabra in front of me. It's kind of smoky.
Yes, tell me more.
There's a tube in front of me, like I don't know what kind of tube. It goes down like a slide. And I've got the light to help me see where I'm going.
Are you walking?
Not anymore. I'm sitting.
This body that is there, is it male or female?
Like a hobbit.
All right. I want you to continue describing. I'm going to go to the other room for a minute and just turn off a sensor that has been going off on its own. Just keep describing.
So I have the light. And if I go down the tube, there's water down there, but there's water behind me too. I'm kind of trapped in between the water. I don't know if I should keep going or try to go back up. If I go back up, it's kind of muddy. I'll probably slide down anyway. So if I go down the tube, I don't know what's at the end of it. If I go up the tube, I'm going to be up the mud. I'll be in the tube, so I might as well just get in the tube.
So what do you do next?
I go down the tube.
All right. What happens as you go down the tube?
Well, it puts me in the water, not on the water. So I don't know how far down the tube, how deep it went.
What happens to your body as you're going in that water?
I sink because I've not been in the water. I can't float.
Yes. What happens?
I just hang out for a minute, see if I can go back in the tube. But it's got too much pressure coming out.
Yes.
And I can't see what's down there anyway.
Yes, continue.
So I just... Here I am. Stuck. This is it.
So up until this moment, what's been the most difficult part of this?
I should have gone in the water more. Should have checked out my surroundings.
Yes.
I knew it was going to get the rainy season.
Very good. So listen carefully. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and this time you're going to go right before your death. But this time you're going to experience it and feel it moment by moment. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening?
So I'm trekking in the woods, and it's been raining a lot for like weeks and weeks, and the rain goes, the river creek goes down this hill. It kind of made its own path. So I went down there to check it out, but I slipped down there. And then, so the tube, it's more like a lava tube, a rocky tube, not metal. And so then I got down before falling in there, and I couldn't get back up to go back up to where I was trekking because everything's wet and slippery. It never occurred to me to stay there and wait it out,
Yes.
because I knew it was going to keep raining.
So what happens next?
Well, I could see land down there, so I thought, well, I'll just go through this tube and hope it pops me out on some of the rocky surfaces I see.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't explored this part of the stuff before.
Mm-hmm. So it's a new place.
Yeah. It's all volcano area.
Yes.
And the other tubes I've seen, they don't have this terrain. So I just thought I'd do it.
Yes. So what happens next?
Well, it took a turn and it dumped me in the lake instead of to the rocks. And so I'm in the water, under the water. I've always stayed away from the water.
So notice as you're under the water what's happening to your nose.
Starting to cough up the water.
Yes. And as you get more and more water inside of you, notice how your lungs are feeling.
There's pressure in there. Kind of burns in the throat.
Mm-hmm. And as your throat is burning, what's happening to your heart?
It feels like it's going to break open.
Mm-hmm. And as your heart is beginning to break open, what's happening to the rest of your body, your internal organs?
It just feels like everything's trying to float, but it's not floating.
Yes. And what is the last thought that your brain has before you leave that body?
Just float.
Just float.
But I'd already taken in too much water.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what happens to the soul now.
So the soul kind of drags itself out of the water.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and where do you go?
I'm just kind of sitting on the rock for a minute, waiting for me to come back up.
Yes.
So I don't know where I am.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to notice if you're the same soul as Tracy.
I don't think I am.
Mm-hmm. I want you to find the moment in which you find Tracy. What happens?
She's little.
Mm-hmm. How old is she?
4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm. And what's happening at that moment with her?
She's at the lake.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't remember, but something happened to her at the lake.
What happened to her? You remember. You were there.
She fell off something.
Yes.
Fell off the log.
Mm-hmm. And then what did you do when you saw her fall off the log?
I helped her get out.
Yes. And all of this time, have you been with Tracy?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So how have you been influencing her?
Well, we can't go to deep water.
Mm-hmm. What do you tell her?
Just stay where it's shallow.
Mm-hmm.
You can swim, but I can't, so
Yes.
we're not doing it.
Yes. But realize this, that when you left your body, you were supposed to go home. You were supposed to go to the light. Not stay there. Not make this little girl fearful for her life. I'm sure you were trying to protect her, weren't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But your fear isn't helping her. She came here to be confident, not fearful.
Well, it works for me.
It works for you. Why is it that you didn't go to the light?
Because I like trekking. She treks with the dog. I like doing it.
I see. Did you know that you could trek in the light?
No.
Would you like to see?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to ask you to do something so that you can find the pathway to that light. Just look into your heart, and you'll see the divine spark there. Tell me when you see it.
Looks like a wishbone.
So make it bigger. Make that light bigger. What does it feel like when you make it bigger?
It expands into my lungs and goes up my throat.
Beautiful. Make it even bigger. Allow that light to envelop all of you. What does that feel like?
Oh, this is floating.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
So I don't want you to go anywhere because we're still talking.
Okay.
Tell me who is on the other side of the light waiting for you.
My paw.
What does he say?
Hello, son. Come on home.
Well, tell him it's going to take a little bit because you need to apologize. Look how long you've been making this soul afraid of water. What do you tell her?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know any different.
Tracy, can you forgive the soul?
I can.
Notice where he's connected to you.
It's by the heart.
All right. So go ahead and use your own hands and begin to pull his energy out of your heart. And I'm going to ask the soul to pull your energy out of Tracy. And tell me when it's all out. As you're getting all of that out, I want you to do the same thing that Tracy did before. You saw what she did, right? You've got all of that water in your lungs. I'll give you a tissue and cough all that water out. That's it. And now that your lungs are clear, I want you to take your soul into the light to see your pa, and you can go trekking with him. May the universe always accompany you. Tell me when you're gone.
Gone.
Very good. Go ahead and close that portal down. And I want you to feel that space where this soul was. I want you to feel how it feels now.
He wasn't kidding about the wishbone. It was splitting. Now it feels complete.
Very good. So what would you like to put in that space instead of that fear of the water?
Let's put in some green healing.
Very good. I'm going to sound a tuning fork, and I want you to go ahead and bring that in. Breathe it in. And I'm going to strike it again and send that beautiful healing energy to the rest of your body. And now as you're radiating with this beautiful green healing light, I want you to just scan this body once again and tell me what it feels like.
It feels full. Feels good.
Very good. Very good. So now we want to experience something that happened to this soul in 2001. I'm going to take you back there to the negotiations before you came into this body. And this time you're going to tell me what happens between both these souls. I'll count from 3 to 1. When I get to number 1, you'll be there. 3, 2, and 1. What's happening?
So it's like there was the ringing of a gong, like a call to attention.
Yes.
And it was an opportunity for transition. The call was made on the other side. And it's a time when participants can exchange. And it wasn't just this body, it's planetary-wide call. And I don't know that it's so much a different body in a different soul in every body, as it is another facet of the prism of the body.
So this call, was it for a different aspect of this soul?
Yes.
Okay. So what was the agreement?
To take it to the next level.
Take the body to the next level?
Take the body. The soul's coming in to take the body to the next level, to bring in to the body, to allow the body to handle the next level. Because where it was heading, it wasn't going to make it.
Okay. Was there an agreement beforehand that this would happen?
There's always options. She called to other facets of self.
Of her own self?
Of her own self.
And what was that call that she actually put out?
As the energy was ramping up, she didn't want to stick around for it. She hadn't gone that far before and wasn't comfortable to continue to go that far, and didn't know if she could survive staying or going forward.
Yes.
So I came in to boost both of us, which meant cleaning up everything until that point.
Did you know that coming in that you would have to do this?
You get briefed, but you don't really know to the extent of what you're walking into.
So if you're a different aspect of her, is it a different evolved portion of you? Well, explain how that is.
We're all prisms,
Okay.
and prisms need all parts and pieces to be whole and complete. And her direction could have shattered the prism.
All of the things that she was doing with her body at the time.
Right. And human life is valuable and precious. So the form needs to be maintained. And so by coming in a higher facet of her, we can maintain the form, repair the damage to the soul, and continue on the mission.
So is there anything that she is doing now that needs to be corrected in order for you to do this mission?
She keeps the body healthy. She eats right. She thinks alcohol interferes, but she has She has an agreement with alcohol.
What is that agreement?
There's a level of ease for her that comes about. It mingles with the water, so water's good. Has something to do with the nervous system that somehow benefits. I know it sounds weird, but this physical structure. It's like it has compartments.
All right. So she has guilt about it. What do you tell her?
Live every moment in joy. Guilt has no room with love.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. I have a question about her humming. The humming to the universe, is that you who hums?
We come in.
Who's
Other
we?
facets of the prism come in,
Okay.
and we use her body to get the sensation of physical sound. The vibration we feel in the voice box. It's like the tuning fork has a vibration, but we become the vibration when she hums.
And what is the purpose of getting her to that vibration?
It's a calming note. It's like answering a call. So the call comes out, the call responds, and it brings peace and balance
All right.
through the vibration.
So where is that call coming from? Herself?
No, the call comes from source. The atmosphere
Yes.
and the physical. But source, it's source's way of raising the vibration on the planet.
Okay. And she's part of that.
Yeah.
So the humming is required to tune,
It assimilates it.
assimilates it. Very good. Has she done this before in different lifetimes?
She was a dolphin. So it kind of ties in with the singing of the dolphins and the whales.
Yes. Is that why when she swam with the dolphins, it triggered something?
It did, because it triggered the cough, it triggered the drowning, it triggered...
Okay, very good.
Because the desire to go down was strong, but knowing not gonna overrode it.
All right, very good. So one of the things that she needs to deal with is the word healer. What do you tell her?
That's how she was born, as the soul. So to not be the healer is denying the soul. And I don't know who's crying.
Yes. Yes. Who is the one that is crying? Let me speak with her. Are you male or female?
Female.
Tell me about yourself.
We've denied too many times and it hurts. So don't do it anymore.
Yes. And what part of her are you? Where is your lifetime?
In the physical body,
Mm-hmm.
I live in the crown, between the crown and the pineal.
Mm-hmm. Are you part of her or separate from her?
I'm part of her.
Mm-hmm. What is it that she needs to know? What is it that makes you feel that pain?
There's joy in acknowledgement. There's pain in denial.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like denying all of us when she doesn't acknowledge the healer in her.
So I'd like for you to speak with her and tell her what it is that she should declare out loud in her voice from this moment. What are the words she must speak?
I am capable. I am available. I am worthy. I am.
Say it again.
I am capable. I am able. I am worthy. I am.
Say it again.
I am capable.
Louder.
I am capable. I am able. I am worthy. I am.
Say it again.
I am capable. I am able. I am worthy. I am.
I am a healer.
I am a healer.
Feel it.
I was born a healer. In those pods. I am a healer. From a very early age, that's what the beings were that visited, were the pods.
And now you could see what that was, and you can connect with them.
You don't have to hide that anymore. The world is ready.
5 wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back. How was that?
Oh, it's awesome. So many questions answered.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You got
that was good.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel it was do you feel like you were hypnotized or what? What did it feel like?
I feel like it's gone for hours.
Yeah? How much? How long?
I think a couple hours seemed like. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Time is very weird in
Yeah.
hypnosis. You either think you're gone for hours or you think it so
Yeah.
what did you get out of all of this?
Oh, it connected the dots from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning. Because at the end, what I realized is I was in that geometric sphere the whole time. And so I just stayed back. But I was watching as the little one, not as the soul. So.
It's amazing. And the phlegm?
Oh.
No?
Yeah.
You realize that was that
Stuck in there.
that little, what was he, like a little
Dirt ball, like a. It's the guy stuck in the trench.
Yeah.
And then the hermit, between the two of them. The boy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't crazy.
Yeah, and more comes to me after, as I think about it.
Of
more
course.
stuff
That's
comes to
how
me
it is.
about yeah.
But that's what's good about the recording is that you can, look back and
Yeah.
it triggers. Because, to me, those recording, the record, once you've had a past life regression or any type of hypnosis, it's almost like every lifetime has like an IP address.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
once we've been there, we can go back to it very easily because you've already been there once. So it's almost like you could pick up more information.
Yeah.
as you retrace it and go, oh, now that makes sense. And it just starts popping in. Those seeds were very interesting.
And the whole thing about the prism, too, that we're all, we're all a prism. But I was kind of thinking, like, we're the prism, but it's no, I'm a prism, you're a prism.
Yes.
We're all a prism.
And look at what a prism does.
Yeah.
What you have there.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Different facets of you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It has multiple meanings, this thing. Very cool.
So what do you think? You think we should share this?
I think people need to know about the seeds. I think
all of it was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was nothing really personal in there.
No. Let it rip.
So Tracy, that was amazing.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
Did you expect anything like this?
I had no expectations.
That's good.
It all made sense.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't linear, it all made sense, and it seemed like it fit within the whole.
Yeah. Well, before a session, we go over the life and we go over some of the things that you want to address. You didn't bring any notes with you to the session, which is I do that specifically because things come out sometimes that you don't think about. So we went through everything that you had wanted.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's full circle.
Yeah. And so you stayed here last night.
I did.
How was that? Tell everybody how that was.
It was very comforting. There was music. I heard drumming. I heard people dancing and laughing like we were having a good time. And saw a deer this morning. Saw an alligator in the lake back there. I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, so, what happens is that when people come to see me here in Micanopy, you have the option of staying over 1 or 2 nights, only that. And so you get to spend time on the land. It's a good time to detox from your electronics and not be on the phone all the time. Yeah. There's no TV. And the music is not radio. It's
right.
It was in her head.
It was in my head, yeah.
And we have a lot of Native American spirits here, so I think they accompanied you and had a little party with you.
They did.
So, and so tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, because we did a little interview before this. Tell them what you do and how they can get a hold of you.
I'm a massage therapist. My business name is A Portal to Wellness. I'm in Springfield, Missouri. And you can find me on Massage Book. I'll give the link out. And then for distance healing sessions, which is kind of like Reiki but not, I will ask for a couple sentences of what you want healed. And then I will channel a message. And then we'll have a 20 or 30 minute phone conversation. And that you can reach me via email. And that will also be in the link. So,
yeah.
Okay.
And so now that you know how she gets that, she accesses those seeds. That's how she's doing it. So it's really fascinating how it all worked out.
And I think sometimes I'm finding their seeds.
Yes.
Their seeds, my seeds, we make a plant.
Wonderful. So if you want a session with me, either online or in person, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. You got to sign up for the newsletter. It comes out once a month. And if it's your divine timing, you will get a session. Everything is left up to divine timing. And you had a little story about that.
Yep.
That you heard.
1 week. It took me 1 week. I heard the message, now's the time to see Alba. And a week later, the letter came out and I booked a session.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't that she signed up a week before.
No. I was told a week before, internal message, that now is the time to see Alba. And just wait for the newsletter.
Yeah.
And so it was 1 week.
Yeah. So that's how it is. Everybody has their divine timing, and your guides and my guides kind of get this going. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this session. Until the next one, much love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Give me a hug. Oh.